Good morning. Good morning, all. Happy MLK Day. I don't know why my throat is doing this. My hair is getting fuzzy. As soon as I start talking, this crap in my throat starts doing this thing. Oh. Ugh. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Just want to get on and chit chat with you guys. And mainly my chit chats are going to still be about paying off debt. I'm constantly taking a notebook and pen and writing down the different ways that I can cut back things, get rid of things, stop doing things. I'm going to make sure that every penny has a place to go. So far because I get paid on the 15th and the end of the month. So when I make my end of the month tithes and offering and my rent and my student loan, actually I got some good news about that. So after I pay those and whatever's left over, I put it in a different. I have on one bank. I have 3 accounts. So I have one account where my direct deposit, my pay go into. So any money that I'm having to come in, that's where it goes into that account. Nothing comes out of that account at all. So what I do is in my other checking account, it's my household account, and with that one, that's where my bills are coming out from. So if I have anything. Yeah, excuse me, I don't know where this is coming from. So if I have anything under automatic pay or if I'm making payments, that account is linked to it. And then I have another checking account where I just do whatever with it. And then I have a savings account. So what I do is, that was so weird. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay, so what I do is when I pay, like say I pay my rent, my tithes and offering. Right now I don't have student loans, and I'll explain to you why. Oh, what is that? I washed my face, I promise you that I did. And I put lotion on it. So I don't know where that came from, unless my eyes are draining and I didn't know, excuse me. So once I pay, like say, okay, I get paid at the end of the month. So after I pay my tithes and offering and rent, and whatever else bill I have attached to it, I take that money and I put it into the savings account. So that way that money is not going anyplace else except in that savings account. And then when I get paid on the 15th, I do the same thing. That money's in the savings account. So what I do is when I get paid, my direct deposit go into my payroll account. I have it labeled as my payroll account. And then the account I have is my household account where my bills come out at. I add up what all I need, and then I transfer from my payroll into my household account. So then those bills will be taken care of. Because I realize that when I have in one account with all this going on, I don't want to get frustrated. I don't want to get it jumbled. So I try to keep it so plain and simple it's just, to me, it makes sense. It's common sense. So, if I have $1,000 going into my payroll account and I got bills that's totaling, $350, I would pull out my payroll, put it inside my household account. So when I go online and pay my bills, I know exactly what's coming out. I know it's going to be to the exact penny. My other account, my everyday account, say, I wasn't in debt and I was out shopping. I want to go get something to eat or whatever the case may be. That's where the money will come from. I have a card that's strictly for whatever I'll do, but I'm not doing that anymore. I can't do that anymore. I'm trying to pay off debt. My other card is linked to my payroll, not my payroll, my household account. So I think it's a good thing to have them separated. It works for me, but you got to do what works for you. Another thing too, in case you guys didn't know that whenever you have an account, say you have separate account for separate things. Whenever you set up, not auto drafts, say you want to set up to where you make your payments online, and if it's always good, but not every company has it set up. Not everybody does it where you can set up your debit card instead of your checking account. Because if something happens to that debit card, you can go and you can cancel your card that's linked to whatever account says your car insurance. and say your automatic draft is coming out through your card. Yes, it's coming out your checking account because your card is linked to your checking account. But if something was to happen to that card, do you not know you have to, if that card, if something happens to the card, you can cancel the card and you're fine. But if it's linked to your checking account, you got to close your whole checking account. That's just, but try to link things to your card, because you can shut off a card easier versus closing out a checking account, stopping all the draft, opening up another account. I mean, it's just a headache. So yeah, what else did I want to tell you guys? So I have different accounts. My student loan actually doesn't come out of that bank. It comes out of a credit union anyway. Change your plan. So let me go to the student loan and then I'll tell you about that. I mean, let me go to the, not the student loan. I'll tell you about the student loan last. It was something else. Student loan, the whole thing student loan, my bad. So I applied to do the payment, the repayment driven plan, which they'll lower my payments. So they did lower my payments. I got to look at my payment schedule for a whole year. I'll be paying less than $59 a month, but it doesn't start in May. And I am so thankful to God for that, because then I got money available January, February, March, April. So that money I would have been putting on my student loan, I actually can have that going someplace else. So that works out. I'm going to see if they'll let me do it one more time, and after that, I'll be done. So I need it for this year, so I don't have to pay the full amount, and then next year, Lord willing, and I don't have to pay the full amount. And then after that, I can do the basic payment. I'll be fine. But I was told that, I was told, and then I also, I don't know if I saw, but I remember being told that supposedly, because when people become president, they say one thing to get in office, and when it's in, it's a different ballgame. That they're supposed to be, I guess, if you have student loans, they're supposed to be wiping it out, paying it off, zeroing out or whatever. So that's why, this thing keeps coming back. That's why I'm going to do the student loan last, which I had already planned to do the student loan last anyway. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. So we'll see. So what I'll do is with my student loan is, when I get to the point to where all my other two debts are taken care of, the money I would be putting in the student loan, like the lump sum I'm going to put in every month to pay it off, I would be putting it into my account, my other credit union where my student loan is set up at. So I'm going to set it up on draft, because they say if you set up on draft, they take off a certain percentage from the interest rate. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to have the regular payment drafting out. On top of that, say, for example, my payments are $100 a month. So every month they're drafting it out. That's, say, 1% of my interest. So I'm sitting over $500. And what happens is they're going to keep drafting out that $100 every month. And every month I'm still sitting in $500. So every month, $500. So they're only drafting out $100. And then when I get to a certain dollar amount, I plan to, is that dry skin? I don't know. I plan to pay it off, but I don't want to rush. So if I get, say, for example, I've put in $500 plus over there, they're drafting out $100 a month, and it gets to the point to where Biden hadn't made up his mind, or they changed their mind, or whatever the case may be, at least I have all that money over there and I can go ahead and pay it out. So I'm not going to rush with that. So I had planned to have my debt paid off in 3 years. So I'm going to see what Biden is going to do, but I'm still going to stick with the plan of throwing the lump sum over there and still making my payments until I see what happens. So I don't want to not send the 500 plus over there thinking he going to take care of it, and he doesn't, then that's money that I put someplace else. So like I say, that lump sum will still go over there. I'll have it up on auto pay for my regular payments to come out, because I won't be on any plan. I'm going to just do the regular payment. So the payments will be coming out every month, the regular payment with the 1% that they'll take off. I mean, every little bit helps, but I'm still going to be sending the lump sum over there. And as the net payment's coming out, and I'm still building, because my balance is $9,500. So I'm still building on it. It'll still be growing. So after a while, I have $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 sitting there. They still got their auto pay coming out, and I'm still waiting on him. So I'm gonna give it a few years or whatever. But then if nothing happens, then I'm gonna move on. So I said it in previous videos how I've cut back on everything, and I realized on my cell phone, because I have a prepaid plan where I have to buy a card, I get the $50 one because it's unlimited. But when I'm at home, when I'm at work, I'm watching YouTube and listening to music. So that's why I do unlimited. But what I may have to do is I can cut $25 off of that and get the cheaper plan, the cheaper phone card. Because with those, you can buy any card. You can buy the maxed card for 60 something dollars. But I think that's for a second line or something like that. But yeah, I've cut all the places that I can cut. Another thing, guys, you want to do if you have a lot of credit cards and you're trying to pay off debt, you know how you get like is it rebates? It's like you get, like if you use your card at certain places and spend it for so much, they'll send you a check. I forgot what it's called. And you can either put it on the balance or get a check sent to you. I don't have one. I've got one for Capital One. So I'm kind of like going through mine to see, is it called redeem your points. Like I said, like PayPal, for a fact, they don't send you a check. What they do is they put it on the balance. So, which it works out because when my payment is due with them, I'm taking those points, would happen to be, I want to say about a payment, if not more, maybe a few dollars less, and I'll pay the difference. So that right there I'll take those points and put it on that payment. And so that is free money in my pocket for the month, because then I could take that money I would have put to them and put it where I need to be. So I'm trying to cover all the areas. I want to call my property manager, my landlord, and ask her if she's doing any specials, but I think she's going to say no, which is fine. I mean, I'm still, God has blessed me to still have a job, to still make enough money to pay off my bills, to still survive. Like I'm not lacking nothing. I may not have my personal car, but he still made a way for me to get back and forth and work and to handle business, and I'm grateful. Yes, it's the city bus. It's no fee. I don't have any issues. I always pray before I get on, and when I get off, because I don't need no spirits attaching themselves to me and coming in this house with me. So yeah. So like I said, I'm cutting, and I'm always writing stuff down. Like I wrote down what I think the interest is. The interest is actually going to drop, but I wouldn't see it until March. So with the money that I'm saving, like I said, after I get paid, and even after I pay my bills, I still have some money left over. My water bill is every other month, which is $80 something. So the months where I don't have the water bill, what I've been doing is just setting that money aside, which helps out a great deal. So the months I don't have water bill and I have extra cash, I'm setting it aside. And it's actually built up with that. And there was something else that helped me out to almost $500. So next month I'll know, excuse me, I'll know that I've set aside a total of $500 with a mixture of things. Now with this one, is not just all money I set aside for my paycheck. Like I've sold on Parchmart. I canceled my car insurance, so they give me $50 back. Like it's little small stuff that help get it to $500. So after I get paid over the next month, and I've set all the money aside that I've had for everything, even the change that I cash in and everything, and if it's $500, it's going on my credit card. So yeah, I've got a game plan, and what I'm thinking about doing is after I pay this off, and I'm looking, because I'm with my taxes, hopefully I don't have to pay nothing back, and I've got that I'm going to get enough. So with the money that I'm set aside with my taxes, hopefully I have enough to pay this off. Now this is what I plan to do. Now this credit card, like I said, it was a little over 5. No, it was way over 5, and I've gotten it down. Right now we are under. I just made a $1,700 payment on it, and that's come from a combination of things. So I'll be at 32 or something like that. So I'm going to pay off this credit card. Now, what I'm also going to do is, because everything's so tight, because I'm paying a large amount, $600 on this credit card, and then I have my PayPal, and then I have 2 lines of credit, and then I have a credit card and another credit union. So it's like everything's crazy. So once I pay off this credit card, which is $5,000, I'm thinking about combining my 2 line of credits, my PayPal, and the credit card I have a credit union as one. That way, that'll be one payment. Instead of paying here, when I can combine them into one and knock it out, which I'll be using that same credit card. So I'm thinking about paying it off, doing a cash advance, and then taking care of all those and combining them, which will be less than $5,000. And it won't take me long at all to pay it off. My goal is to, this balance that I'm dealing with now that's currently on a credit card, I was saying June, but how things are looking right now, if I continue to make sure I know where every penny is going to, I'll have it paid off by May. And then after this year, Lord willing, and I can see next year, and I paid off everything for this one, my next bill will be my personal loan I have for $10,000 with no interest. So that one, I'm going strong on that one. That'll be the only thing that I'm dealing with. And like I said, the student loan, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna still make sure the payments get paid in lump sums. And then after I pay off the $10,000 loan, then I'm going to go ahead and start looking for a car. Because if I wait to look for a house and when I'm still learning and trying to get the process and stuff, it'll be a while. So I'm going to go ahead and start looking for a car. I'm not going to buy a brand new car. And back in the days, I remember coming up, people used to always try to find garage kept cars, older people that really don't have a lot of mileage on their cars and their cars are good. So that's what I'm going to try and do, is look for a car like that. But that's my game plan. I gotta get this debt. I'm tired of paying a bunch of unnecessary things. I mean, when I tell y'all I have spent money on some things, like I can't wait. I've been off and I've been enjoying myself, but I cannot wait to show you the stuff that I have in this room. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that I have never been worn. I've had that I'm gonna sell. I'm selling. If I can find a safe way to sell my living room suit. I bought my living room suit. I haven't had my living room suit for 6 months yet. And I bought it for about $600 from Big Lots. Nothing's wrong with it. I'm barely on it. My pillows are on it more than I am. And I'm willing to sell it for $300, brand new. But, I don't want nobody coming to my house because you can't trust these spirits and these people. And I don't have time for foolishness. I don't want you to return thinking you're going to come in here and break in. I mean, what you're going to do is steal a lot of makeup, bags, and jewelry and shoes. That's about it. So I'm willing to sell everything that I have to get completely out of debt. And will I go through this again? No. And if, I'm willing to either, and I would like to, and I mean, I'm going to pray about it, but I'm going to let the Spirit guide me and what to do, because I'm willing to get a small house. I'm willing to get a small 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. I don't have any visitors. Nobody comes over to see me, which is fine. I don't mind that. One room can be my bedroom. I don't need a lot of stuff in my bedroom. All I need is my bed and my nightstands and maybe not even a chair, maybe like a bench or something. I have this humidifier where it's just, oh gosh, it blows out some good steam, like it's nice and strong, something to hold that on. The other room can be like my room I have now, where all of my clothes can be in the closet, my dressers, like all of my clothes, shoes, jewelry, everything could be in that one room. So that'll be my closet with everything. So my bedroom, I wouldn't need any clothes inside there. And then the other room could be where I have it set up to where I have like my desk in my office and stuff. Like I said, 1 bath or a bath and a half would be fine. I don't need a big kitchen because I don't need a lot of space. If I got a couple of some cabinets and a pantry area, that's it. I don't have a lot of stuff. I don't need a lot of space because all I'm gonna do is try to fill it up. A dining room table and chairs, my living room. I'm gonna just do like I have a chair and a couch, maybe a table nightstand and something to set my TV on, but nothing big and extravagant. Like I don't need a lot of space because I'm going to fill it up and I want to be free. Not only do I want to be free financially, but with stuff. I used to buy stuff, was so happy in the store, spending money, buying the stuff. And then when I got it home, I mean, like the feeling was gone. So now I'm stuck with a whole bunch of stuff that I have attachment to and I'm trying to get detached from. So don't go down that road. I mean, right now, if you got the money and you're loving it, that's fine. But eventually you're going to get to a point to where you're going to find yourself giving that stuff away. You don't want it or you lose a desire for it. I used to shop just to shop and really wasn't even going anywhere. I wasn't a club person. When I would go out and shop, I really didn't dress up like I used to way back in the days, but now I don't. So, it's just a house full of stuff that I'm going to get rid of. But I just wanted to check in with you guys and say hey and let you know the stuff that I'm learning and realizing and stuff that's helping out. I know my video is not like videos people really want to see and hear, but I'm hoping that at least one thing I can say, and maybe out of two of the videos, it can help somebody out. Don't get yourself into debt. It's not worth it. If you have to build your credit, yeah, they got companies out here that's going to help you with your credit, but I don't want to go through letting all my stuff go and having to have it erased. So yeah, I got the money in my pocket, my credit is shot, so that I have to take money and get it redone all over again. And then when you get it redone over again, it's like everything on there is brand new. And you know, I used to work for a finance company, and I used to have people go to this company. I don't want to mention their name. And this company, I know they got to be $1 million plus company, a multi-million, if not $1 billion company, and they would clean the customer's credit. Well, you know, working in the finance game, you realize some stuff, like you see some stuff, you peep some stuff. There's ways to look at things, and depending on where you're at, like for example, I'm in South Carolina, so here in South Carolina, I want to say the whole state of South Carolina, I could be wrong, we pull Equifax. Well, when I was living in Texas, they would pull, I think it was TransUnion. So I would have people that would apply with me, and we would pull Equifax here. But I have ways to check other stuff, and I can see where they're getting their credit clean. And what you fail to realize, when you get your credit clean, a lot of these companies don't tell you what they're doing and what's going to happen to your credit and what throws up red flags. You have to have a keen eye on some things to see what's going on. But I mean, to each his own. I know a lot of stuff is going to fall off my credit because I've had credit cards where I'm not using, and companies, if you're not using them every 6 months, they're closing them down. And this hadn't been always been going on because I've always had credit cards. I've always had credit cards. So, you know, I'm to the point where either I can go every 6 months to go buy a bottle of water out of a store, or buy the cheapest thing I can find to keep my credit cards going to let them close out. So I don't know, but I can't spend money right now. I can't go shopping like I want to. I'm trying to get out of debt. If they close, they close. I mean, you know, I don't want to do that because that history will sit there and then it's going to drop off because that account is closed. And then the credit bureau or whoever's looking at your credit can't see that you actually had history, like you've established history for years with these companies. I wish I would have known getting all these store credit cards wasn't the deal. I mean, that wasn't the deal. That wasn't the issue. That wasn't a good thing. I should have had, you know, some actual credit cards. So, for example, I'm going to use TJ Maxx as an example. I use my TJ Maxx card, and after using it so much, which you have to shop a lot, then eventually they send you a $10 certificate, and you can use it for anything in the store. So you're shopping and say your total come up to $90 and you got that certificate, that takes up $10. Wow. I can use my major credit card, gain points, pull credit. Increase my credit, gain points. You know, something that I could use a card all over the place. Target, I'm limited. You know, TJ Maxx, I'm limited. Nurses Rack, I'm limited. I can use my credit cards. I know people say, yeah, you can use your card and get a discount. You know what? Yeah, for heavy shoppers, it works. But if you're not going to be a heavy shopper and use it that much, it's going to be a while for you to get those points. I mean, you may never get the points. I don't know, but I'm not going to be going in these places doing these things. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to stop shopping for the rest of my life because that's not true. You know, I want to redo my whole entire wardrobe, but I have 3 closets full of clothes. So I plan to sell some I plan to keep, you know, and I know it was the Holy Spirit. I remember thinking, you know, why go buy new clothes because you lost weight? No, why go buy new clothes? I have a closet full of clothes, and I think I was on the heavier side, and I wanted to, I think I was thinking about buying clothes once I lose weight. And it came to me just like that. You know, you want to get new clothes, lose weight. Wear the clothes you have in the closet you can't wear. You know, I want to wear my clothes out to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm over this and I can get rid of it. I couldn't tell you the last time I bought clothes. I may have bought, how many items have I bought? I think I bought 3 shirts that was on clearance. I don't know how many years. I don't, and I'm to the point where, and I think I did buy a pair of shoes at Nordstrom. This was before I decided to pay off these bills earlier last year for $12, and they were very expensive shoes. Every now and then I'll go into the Dollar Tree, which I hadn't been in lately, and I think I'll buy stuff. But Like, I think I bought this. This is a concealer because it was lighter. I don't need to buy none of that stuff because I have a house full of it. So, and I'm catching myself now when I have a lot of Dollar Tree stuff that I bought that I don't need, I haven't used. So I'm taking them back. And what I do is I buy household products. I buy disinfectant cleaner for the house. I buy Brillo pad. I buy liquid detergent. I stopped buying paper towel because they have these reusable rags. You can get them in a pack and then you can pull them out and you can reuse them. So I can have that in my kitchen, so when I wash my hand, I can dry my hand off of that. And when I'm ready to wash it, I just put it in the sink with hot water with a little bit of bleach hanging out to dry, and we're good. So I have to think of different ways to do things. I don't need detergent to wash my clothes because I wash my clothes in my hand. When it gets to the point to where I need to get to the laundromat, so be it. But I'm not in a rush about that. I'm glad my grandmother raised me. So there are some things I'm doing people probably wouldn't agree with. But I am determined to get the heck out of debt and stay out of debt. When I get my two major bills, it would be my mortgage and my car, and that's it. I plan to use everything, get rid of things, and just have the bare minimum. I'm fine. I don't need all this stuff. I wish I would have known, and I don't even know what made me get into the habit of shopping. I think my mom used to like nice and designer things. I'm not knocking nobody who likes it, who want to shop for it. Go for it. If you got the money for it, knock yourself out. I just wish I've done this earlier and understand what I understand. I've never struggled for anything, never wanted for anything. Thank God. I'm telling you, when I say God has helped me, He has helped me. I've had jobs where it required degrees and experience. None. So He's always kept me, but I don't want to go down this road again. I do not want to go down this road. I posted a whole lot of stuff on Poshmark jewelry, tops, jackets. I need to post 2 pants, shoes. Like when I say I'm going to sell, I'm going to definitely sell. So I'm waiting for people to negotiate. I think they see that price and they don't want to negotiate. And I try not to set it too high. Like I have a pair of shoes I paid $40 for. I think I have a listed for $10 or $15. Negotiate with me. But I think they're looking at the designer things that's popping up and they're looking at other stuff. You know, to each his own. I'm not mad. Eventually I have a bite. It's sitting there long enough I have a bite. But yeah, that's pretty much where I am, my mindset and what I'm thinking about and what's going on. But like I said, hopefully I can, say something that'll help somebody. I know my family, my channel is advancing, and I may one day upgrade it to a little bit better, but I always want to be that person that always try to help you with something, give you some type of advice, something to kind of say, hey, you know what, that makes sense. I might need to do this. I mean, to each his own, Everybody's mindset and what they want to do in life is totally different. Mine is just having a relationship with God and get the heck out of His debt and get rid of all of this stuff. I would have done a lot of things different, but I'm sure we all would have. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening to me rant, chit chat. Hopefully you can pull something out of this. And get a little something out of this. I don't know. But my hair is so fuzzy. I braided my hair back. My hair is growing. I'm trying to keep my hand out of it. But my scalp get dry really fast, so I have to constantly wash and condition it. I spray it with this. This is with my oils and water, a little bit of conditioner, and I'll spray it in there and do that. So I did attach some braids to it, but as you can tell, I didn't do a good job. If I can just learn how to braid, even the rubber band method is just, and let me see, this is the type of, when I do the rubber band method, this is the type of hair that I'm going to use. So I want to braid it, but I want something that's going to last. Like, I just want to be able to get my hair in the water, clean my scalp, oil it down, and just throw it up in a ponytail and keep it moving. But we'll see what happens. But again, you guys have a great day. Enjoy your holiday. With the craziness that's going on in the world with people being upset about who's the new president and stuff, I don't get entangled in that. I don't pay that any attention. I don't worry. No wonder. But I am going to continue to pray about it. Because I'm praying that God, keep us covered and protected and shield, and innocent people don't get hurt, and these people that's planning to do things, all this evil stuff comes out of the pits of hell, and pray that God causes it not to come forth. So I mean, things are not going to get better if you're living outside of God. And the Bible talks about all the stuff that has to come to pass before that sky is cracked open. So get a relationship. Come out of the things of the world and all the sins and stuff. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. Wish you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I will chit chat with you guys another time.